Hello everyone and a warm welcome to this video. Thank you for choosing to watch Housekeeping Terminology 2. I hope you've seen Housekeeping Terminology 1 and also my series on front office terminologies. These series are aimed at revising your basics, technical knowledge, laying a great foundation, and basically industry jargon. So let's move on with Housekeeping Terminology 2. I'm Dr. Samir Divanji from AISSMS College of Hotel Management. I've stressed the importance of jargon and terms and technical knowledge enough, so I will skip this, but attention to detail is very important for a hotelier. All years students, first years, right through final years who are appearing for campus interviews will find this interesting. The first term is a simple term, window squeegee. It's a small manual cleaning equipment with a handle, very effective. Of course, today, huge glass facades, we have advanced equipments and we have agencies that we outsource it to. But this is great for, like a windshield wiper to clear excess water and have a clean glass or window. SLA, Service Level Agreement. It's very important that you understand this term, and this term cuts across all industries. In hotel industry, I've seen it in hotels where I work, where we have SLAs between departments. So a front office will have an SLA with housekeeping, and housekeeping will have with front office. Housekeeping will have with engineering, with F&B service, so on and so forth. What does it mean? It means exactly what are you going to do, the expectations from your department towards my department. So in housekeeping, a housekeeping department will expect front office to give them the exact arrivals for the next day, the status, if they have any VIPs, all those things that they expect from front office, to be intimated of any departures on time or any such thing. From engineering, it wants the preventive maintenance to be done on schedule. It wants its support when it's doing deep cleaning or spring cleaning or uh, breakdown maintenance also. So with F&B service, for instance, it could be mini bar or fruits replenishment in the room and various other things. So this is SLA, Service Level Agreement, happens between departments and things work ahead. Yeah. Fixtures, it's a generic term, but I think you should know this because it's used very often. All the hardware items in guest rooms that are fixed, really. Simple. So wash basins, your bathtubs, lighting fixtures, faucets or taps, all this comes under fixtures. Yeah, now we come to this term called, some books call it buff, or articles that I've read, or buffing. Buff is just a short form, where you actually polish the floor. All right. Typically, it's for the floor with a low speed floor polishing machine. All right. So buffing a surface, cleaning is different, and then buffing is different. In five-star hotels, we usually go for buffing, especially public areas and lobby. You see absolutely shining marble, and you wonder what do they do. So this is what they do, buffing. And now, while we are at buffing, I also want to throw in this term called burnishing. So again, it's similar to buffing in a way, polishing the floor, but with high speed floor machine. And this gloss that we achieve by burnishing is very, very high. Most of the hotels today have these machines. This may be outsourced or contracted, and then the contractor gets these machines so that you don't have to invest on people and equipment to do this. But again, it depends from hotel to hotel. Then we come to a term called PAR, PAR, P-A-R, Permanent Average Reserve. Now, what is PAR or Permanent Average Reserve? It is each item that is standardized to keep daily operations running smooth. All right. So we need 2 PAR or 3 PAR to ensure all rooms if all rooms are occupied, the beds can be made. So if you need 2 sheets and a duvet, you have 2 sheets and a duvet for one bed at one time. So maybe at 2.5 par we are functioning. So we have, or 3 par if we are functioning, then we have 3 sets. One in the room, one in the laundry, and one as a spare or in the pantry or the housekeeping linen store. All right. So par stock is nothing but the number of inventoried items. We need so much of this, and that par is clear for every department. A restaurant needs to have those many spoons or forks. So that's their par stock for that, for smooth operations, even if the restaurant is full. Guest loan items. Now, books talk about this, but here again, we have to look at it a little practically. Some hotels, as part of their brand standards, already keep these things. Like hair dryers are in almost all hotels. However, some hotels keep it only in the upper category or higher category rooms. Suites definitely have them, but not all standard rooms maybe. Similarly, iron boards are usually on request. But last year I visited a hotel and they said one of our USPs also is every room, whatever category, across categories, right from standard to the deluxe rooms to suites, every room has an ironing board, iron and ironing board, and it's nicely kept in the cupboard or the wardrobe. All right. So, but these are typically guest loan items which are not found in rooms but are available on request. So any of these loan because the guest is expected to return them, all right, not carry along. Linen chute, a passage in form of a tunnel for sending soiled linen from all floor pantries of all floors near a central pickup point in the laundry. This saves a lot of effort, lot of going up and down, back and forth. All right. So you save your feet really as housekeeping team members or associates, because this linen chute takes all the used linen or dirty linen or soiled linen as we say, and it straight reaches the right place instead of you having to lug it, store it, keep it in the pantry, then mid shift take everything and then lug the whole thing. All right. Housekeeping control desk, really. Nerve center is a term which is very commonly used. It's where typically all information, all guest calls, all the communication, everything happens from that. You know exactly know which supervisor is on what floor, doing what, which are the rooms, the room status. The front office informs the housekeeping about change in status, room change, or any change in arrival plans or VIPs, etc. So control desk basically controls the entire department at one place. However, today, modern hotels and new processes ensure that there is no housekeeping control desk also in some hotels. Some hotels have consolidated the whole concept and kept something like at your service, AYS, or ask, all right, anytime services or anything which is central or 24/7, whatever name they call it, it doubles up as a telephone operator, control desk, guest requests, sometimes in-room dining, order taking. Everything is consolidated at one place, and those staff members know all these little areas. All right, but some hotels still have a control desk. Room attendant's cart. Uh, yes, this is really the entire sort of little world that you carry, the housekeeping world in terms of rooms. So it's a lightweight wheeled vehicle used by room attendants for transporting all the clean supplies, guest amenities, linen, equipment, everything to complete a block of cleaning rooms. So the housekeeping room attendant or guest service associate or associate, whatever you call them, they stock up their trolley at the beginning of the shift so that they know my 14 rooms or 16 rooms or whatever, depending on the size, the level of service, etc. They have to keep all the supplies and more for 14 rooms on the trolley so that they don't have to keep going back and forth from the floors to the laundry or to the housekeeping department and can concentrate on working well. They can also choose to some rooms which are not occupied rooms. They have to just touch up those rooms and replenish a few things maybe. For that, hand caddy is also used. All right. So hand caddy, I'm throwing in another term here. It's a portable container, like you can see in the picture, for storing and transporting cleaning supplies. So it's carried out of a room attendant's cart, but sometimes you don't have to lug the entire cart inside or to every corner of the corridor, and you can carry a hand caddy. Tooth glass, simple term again. We've used this term, it's a little confusing for some, that's why I've put it, a glass placed on the vanity unit, so in the bathroom of the guest room, as a guest supply. Guests can use it for various reasons. I know guests use it as a gargling glass, all right, or guests nicely lay out their toothbrush or toothpaste, dentures also, and put that in that glass. So that's the tooth glass, always there at the vanity counter, sometimes nicely wrapped and sanitized so that the guest is sure that this is absolutely clean and sanitized. Baize. Now, baize cloth is, these terms are, I didn't know so many terms, the underlay or molten or silence cloth. But yes, baize basically silences and protects. All right. So what is it? It's a coarse woven cloth laid under the tablecloth. All right. It's an F&B feature really, but in housekeeping you have to know the term because we deal with this cloth. All right, and we deal with fibers and fabrics. So it's underneath the tablecloth. So when you strip the table completely, you see the table along with the base. It's inbuilt or stitched with the table surface sometimes. So it also helps make the table sturdy, non-slip. The sharp edges are also covered, and also the noise of the glass and cutlery is, crockery and cutlery is reduced. So that's the base cloth. Damask. I remember in college, in IHM, we used to have serviettes. Each one of us had to procure 4 at the beginning, and that was damask. So this is the self-patterned fabric in twill weave. All right. So it could be made of linen, cotton, or cotton polyester, but damask means it's a self-patterned fabric. So I've given you 3 different pictures of damask here, 3 different patterns or 3 different examples. Can you see the 3 pictures? Great. Crinkle sheet, also known as the snow sheet, night spread, distinctly woven sheet used to cover and protect the blanket, now called a third sheet. Again, today depends how many hotels use it. Some hotels have given away or gone away from the traditional bed making and come to more practical bed making by using 2 sheets only. All right. Finally, lint. Lint is nothing but those little fibers, short fibers that may be loosened and shed from a fabric. At home also, the washing machine, it has a little trap in the side where you can see all the lint collected, and every few weeks you can discard it and clean it. All right, these little things that come off. So you don't want cloth that has a lot of lint. So you have to ensure when you are buying new fabrics or deciding even uniforms for your hotel, you make it go through a few washes and then see, is it durable, or is it having a lot of lint, etc. So this is also one of the tests. Also, when you have dusters or polishing or cleaning cloths, you need to ensure they don't leave lint behind. Otherwise, you wipe a surface, fine, it's free from dust, but it has little lint. Right? So it's very important that you have the eye for detail for all this. Great. So this is what we have finished today. We did a quick session with these terms. We looked at window squeegee, service level agreement, fixtures, buff or buffing, burnishing, par, guest loan items, linen chute, housekeeping control desk, room attendance cart, tooth glass, base cloth, damask, crinkle sheet, and lint. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed revising with me. I mainly referred Raghubalan besides from my experience and work. And there's a little quiz which the description has the link for the quiz. You can attempt it if you like. And I hope to see you in the following videos. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And thank you for your commitment to be an excellent hotelier.